So what's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to another video. I really appreciate everyone that tunes in each time I release a video. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I want to start out by trying to connect with you guys. Let me know if you guys need any prayer, need any words of encouragement. Right now we are going through crazy times. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. We have all of this negativity going around. I am not here to talk politics. However, I am here to spread the word of Jesus Christ, our Father and our Creator. And I just want to hear from you guys what you guys need. If you have any prayer requests, please leave it down in the comments. And me and Juliana, we pray for every comment we get that you guys ask for help. We're there, and that's what we're here for, to impact the world and to build His kingdom. Look at that. We have a small airstrip just to the west of us, and they fly over our property. I mean, they do tricks in the air. It's pretty cool. The kids absolutely love it. And we got one right now doing an air show. He's coming right now. Look at that. There we go. He's gonna do a barrel roll. Sometimes when they see the kids in the pasture, they'll just be right over us and they'll do flips in the air. It's pretty cool. The kids like it. I mean, that's some pretty intense stuff. I don't mind heights. However, when it comes to something like that, I don't know, that's next level stuff. So we don't have any specific projects to do. However, we got a lot of maintenance things. First off, and probably the biggest thing, is we gotta take care of our pasture. The chicks are gonna be going on here in probably a week or so. As you guys know, we raise Kiko goats and they're doing a wonderful job. They are excellent foragers. However, the amount we have isn't enough to take care of our pasture fully. We do have Eastern Frisian sheep. However, like I said, with the Kikos, the grass is growing faster than they can handle. So I have to run the zero turn over this, because you don't want your chickens to be on grass that's too high, because it prevents them from really moving around. You want them to be able to have grass, but not allow them to be smothered by it. I wanted to come home today and work on the new chicken tractor. However, I'm going to show you guys what happened. We had another crazy windstorm, and from the past video you guys saw that I'm building this tractor to be lightweight so Juliana and maybe even one of the kids can move it. However, since I wasn't finished, it got tore up a little bit. I'm using these 1x3s. I don't know if the screw doesn't have enough wood to grip to. So I've switched up a few things. I'm gonna end up having to pretty much redo this entire thing. I don't know if it just came apart because I wasn't done and I didn't have the roof set up and the extra braces. However, the screws completely ripped out of the wood. And it didn't really move. However, it moved significantly enough that it affected it. So what I'm gonna actually do is rebuild this, and I'm gonna do it a different way. For my up and down braces, I'm actually going to use 2x3s. It's going to be able to give me a longer screw and a lot more material for it to hold on to. I'm still hoping that it's light enough for the boys to even move it. It'll definitely be light enough for Juliana, because our big chicken tractor, it's heavy. I mean, I can move it, but if you get it on some uneven ground, it's really heavy to move. A little quick update on Scissorbeak. Now, he is significantly smaller than the rest of the birds. Let me see if I can try to find him. Here we go. He's right on the feed. I mean, look how small he is compared to you know, a quote-unquote normal bird. He is significantly different. I mean, he's getting pin feathers. However, just look at the size. That's huge difference. So he's definitely not eating the amount of feed that will help him grow. He is eating and he is drinking because I see him do that. However, I'm pretty concerned. He is a meat bird, so he eventually is going to die. I mean, I'm not just gonna kill it as a chick. I'm definitely, you know, hoping for the best, hoping that this bird can provide for our family, with whether it comes to food or income. Other than Scissorbeak, the chickens have been doing really good. They are a week old, and we just started eliminating their feed at night and making sure they don't get anything less than 12 hours of feed or access to feed. We don't want them to overeat. Cornish cross breed have a history of overeating and ended up dying. The other thing that we do is put apple cider vinegar in their water, and we want to make sure that it's raw and it has the mother. We actually do that for all of our animals. It helps boost immunity, and also it just helps with overall health. So the reason why we needed to mow the pasture was to get control of some weeds that were starting to produce some seeds. For some reason, we have an abundance of Japanese grass around here, and the best way I can describe it is like a viney grass, and it really takes over once it's in your area. So right before it seeds, you want to mow it, and that way it doesn't produce more in that area and doesn't continue to spread. And that goes with any type of weed. If you're able to cut it before it produces seed, you help reduce in the long run. We follow organic practices around here. We're not organic, but we don't use any herbicide or pesticide or anything like that. So you really have to be on top of the weeds and just keep them in check at all times. So last thing I have left to do is check in on the bees. We have the nuke and the original hive, and I've been checking in on the queens about every 3 days. No one has hatched yet, and I want to catch it when they do, or obviously just after when they do, because I want to try to see and compare a virgin queen compared to a mated queen, and just to be on top of it. It's really important to keep on top of your hives. Lamar has been, you know, a great inspiration. So he has been in contact with me this entire way. And you guys can go check out past videos regarding the hive. I am very new at beekeeping, and it has been a struggle. All right, we might as well jump in this nuke first because it'll be the easiest to get into. Let's see here, what do we got going on? There's some good bee activity. And it looks like they're starting to fill out some of the frames. So here's that queen cell, this one that's hanging off right there. The numbers have definitely lowered, I can definitely tell, and that's because there's no laying queen. And the capped workers, they're definitely less capped workers. Technically right now this hive or this nuke is dying, so I'm a little concerned that even if the queen hatches and comes back, there won't be enough workers to protect her. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it every 3 days. I'm in here. Whoa, he scared me. So Joanna just scared me. You can't sneak up on a beekeeper like that. Can't sneak up on a beekeeper like that.
I just wanted to come see how the bees were.
Yeah, the numbers right now are low in the nuke. It means this hive is technically dying, and the queen hasn't hatched yet. So we need the queen to hatch so she can get mated and get back here to lay some eggs.
Have you talked to Lamar?
Not today. So I'm gonna check and then reach out to him.
Man, bees are fussy.
Bees are fussy. They're hard. That's for sure. Well, I want to get in this hive right here. See how this one's doing. So this was just sugar and water, a 1-to-1 ratio, and they're actually empty. There's plenty of pollen right now for these bees to go out and collect. So you don't really need that any longer. So I believe the queen was right here. I'm gonna check the other frames. I think the queen hatched on this one. I'm gonna try to find her for sure. Here's that queen cell. Make sure I get it on camera for you guys. Right here. That's the queen cell right there. And it's hatched. And there's no larva in there, so. Let's see. I'm gonna check the other hives, or the other frames though. No queen on here, and there's no queen cells, so. Pretty sure that was it. The last time I came in here, there was other queen cells being made, so let me see what's going on. They're definitely filling out the comb. The other issue that I see is that there are 0 capped workers. They've started to actually cap up some honey. So that's not the greatest news, because this hive is dying as well. I'm trying to look really good because I only can find 1 queen comb, and I had a few last time, so I don't know if the queen that hatched destroyed them all. So it's making me hope that we have a queen and it's out on its mating flight. I'm kind of bummed I didn't find it right away, but you know, do what you can. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. The bees are definitely getting irritated, and I didn't see any queen, so I'm gonna put this back together, and I'm gonna leave out the feeders. I don't need them. I'm gonna leave them close by because I don't want them to travel into the garage or where I house all the bee stuff. The queen is hatched, but I didn't find her. So I'm hoping she's out on her mating flight right now. That would be awesome.
How long does that take?
You know, someone's gotta woo her, right? You know what I mean? So I really don't know. I'll have to look at that. I'll text Lamar some pictures, and you know, he'll get back to me, see what's going on, and I'm really excited. I mean, at least, and this is the other thing too, the other queen cells that were there are destroyed, like I was telling you about.
That might happen. Yeah,
so once that queen hatched, she must have went around the entire hive, destroyed all the other queen cells, so that way you know, she's the only queen. There's only 1 queen to a hive, right?
That's right.
Hey, grab me that pink, grab me a handful of that pink flower stuff. So this is Japanese grass, and this is what I was telling you guys about what was growing in our pasture. And those purple flowers, if you can see them, those are starting to turn to seeds. So that's what I needed to cut out there. So this is our
Don't show this. This is embarrassing.
Well, hey, you know, we got to show everything.
This is an embarrassment of a squash garden.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. I'm trying to dig things out of a hole. Like you can literally see holes where I'm just trying to give them room.
The weeds have definitely taken over here. This is our winter paddock for the goats. And
it wasn't like this last year.
It wasn't. I'm thinking, I mean, it could be the feed, but the Japanese grass has taken over everything. So
what we should have done
that stuff's awful.
Is when we move the goats, taken a pig or two and put them in here, let them trample it all down for a week, and then plant. And then it got out of hand.
It got out of hand. So.
But there are some things, like up there, it's not so bad, and that's where I have a lot of squash and I have some watermelon and cantaloupe on the other side. So I planted a ton. Hopefully some of it will survive.
Well, my project list is done for the day, and I actually really enjoy these days because a lot of things get done compared to just one huge project. It knocks things off my list because, I mean, that is ever growing. It seems like once I get something off, there's like 3 more things that need to get on it. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch our lives. We really appreciate all the support, all the comments, all the thumbs up. Please guys, if you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you guys have any prayer requests, please leave it down in the comments and we'll put that on our list. We think the power of prayer is huge, and we just want to bless others and reach those in need. So again guys, I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys around.